Welcome, guys, to the official first reviews, first ever podcast and video, basically interview that we have with myself, James Larmer. I have Stefano Bova and Amanda Garaggi.
All right, so today we're talking what? We're talking most anticipated movies of 2023. It's a long year full of tons of blockbusters. What are some of your most anticipated, Jimmy?
Me
Amanda?
first.
Yeah.
I'm going to start off with only the first one that I'm thinking of, and then we can talk about it some bit.
Okay.
The first one that I'm most interested in is Oppenheimer.
Ooh, right off the bat, you got
Just
Nolan
hammering
right
it
there.
right away for
Well,
Nolan.
I'm gonna counter your Oppenheimer because it's releasing the exact same day, and I'm gonna
Ooh.
say Greta Gerwig's Barbie.
Oh, wow. It's the
Yeah,
same day. I didn't even realize.
the same day. So I was like, we gotta flip a coin. Are you gonna be Team Barbie or Team Oppenheimer? And it's just gonna mess us all up.
I was taking a look at those weekends in the summer, and there are 2 3-week blocks that have like 4 to 5 movies
I
coming out
know.
every single week, and some are overlapping each other. It's insane. So between July 14th and July 28th, which is like a 2.5 week window, you have
Mhm.
Mission Impossible, Barbie, Oppenheimer, and the Marvels.
I
Oh,
think the
wow.
Marvels moved. I don't know why.
They moved.
Because I don't remember that being in July in the slate. It was like,
Yeah.
unless, I don't know, they switched the Marvels and Quantumania. Never mind. I'm going to take that
Yeah,
back.
because Quantumania is coming out
That's
next
what it
month.
was.
Yeah, so those
That's
types of
right.
situations are really tricky because you
Yeah.
got especially 2 movies coming out on the same week, 2 massive movies you got, and they're kind of like polar opposites. One's going to be
Yeah.
a drama, big blockbuster type movie, but then you also have the comedy from Barbie. So two interesting choices, and that's going to be an interesting week to see which one
It is.
takes the upper hand there.
I'm going to see who's going to show up for what, though. You know what I mean? Like, which crowd's going to go where? That's going
All
to be
the
really
date nights are
interesting.
going to Barbie, that's for sure. All the date
Yay!
nights are hitting Barbie.
Support. Support.
Oppenheimer might lose this
Oh,
because
yeah.
the marketing for Barbie, I think a lot of production companies are forgetting or just not paying attention to how driven social media is for making money. And
Yeah.
Barbie has had that natural growth on social media already with so
Mhm.
many funny videos coming out. I see guys making jokes of like 5'6", jock type guys, big guys saying, "We're here to get our tickets for Barbie."
It's so great.
So there's this interesting thing happening on social media that if you don't try to integrate it, you could lose.
It's
True.
true. I 100% agree with that. I think because it's also Greta Gerwig's third film and she's hit like 98% on Rotten Tomatoes with Lady Bird and Little Women, I think that this is going to be like a massive hit for her.
Mhm.
And just it's great for like female filmmakers. And I think Greta's one of the ones that have been consistent. Not that all women and have to be consistent. It's just the fact that like to hit that mark on RT twice, like damn girl, like everyone loves her stuff. So I'm really excited for her. But also, we all know Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is going to
Ooh.
destroy the entire month of July. And I
Mhm.
will say this now, you guys I'm marking it now. Right now, you're hearing me say it. That box office is gonna make big bank, 100%.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said about Mission Impossible. Just with Tom Cruise's recent trend, he's just like made himself an A-lister again especially at his age, and in the type of way that he is doing it, it's by basically doing things that no other actor is doing, which is his own stunts, these insane
Mhm.
stunts. And like Barbie, you're also getting massive things happening with the Mission Impossible movie, which is, like just like last week, they released that massive video of him doing that huge jump,
Mhm.
Yes.
and things like that are gonna set him apart.
Yeah, I saw that jump in the previews in theaters before the movie. That was one of the big things. And as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
And it's just
Yeah.
perfect, right? He's coming off hot from Top Gun already. So
God bless.
everybody's like ready for more Tom Cruise. They want more and more and more. And Mission Impossible, all they've all been really good. Like whether you like them or don't like them, they've all been like exciting enough and interesting, and
Yeah.
that big franchise that's probably gonna be around for like a long time. So I'm happy to see Tom back in action, and can't wait to see what they're gonna do. It already looks insane. He's really just pushing the limits like constantly of everything he does and stunts and cinema and everything. So look forward to that too for
I
sure.
don't remember which movie it's supposed to happen, but he's supposed to be going to space soon. With
That's
Oh,
a
yeah?
separate, yeah, it's a separate one. It's not in Mission Impossible,
Okay.
apparently. Yeah, I don't know who he's working with.
he's supposed to be going up with a ISS mission, and he's supposed to be going up.
Yeah. Oh, he's
So he's
going.
going to be the first actor filmed in the
He's
ISS.
going. He's going. Like,
Yeah.
I think he had a couple arguments with NASA to get this done. And he's like, what's crazy to me is that he's 60. And he's like, you know what? I haven't gone to space yet. I've done all of these death-defying stunts. Let
Yeah.
me go to space and become an astronaut for a little while. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah, next level. He definitely wants to die making a movie. So he's gonna get that eventually, no matter how old. Or he's just gonna live forever. He's gonna be one of those guys that just like 200 years old.
Honestly,
He's like our
I love
on-screen
him.
Evil Knievel right now.
Yeah, he totally is. It's just crazy, like you said, Stefano. Like it was kind of like a resurgence because I think the last time that I saw him in a Mission Impossible movie was kind of Rogue Nation, but he was like, it was teetering, like no one cared about his films that much.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it was after
What was the last
it
one?
was Fallout that he came back again.
Yeah.
Because in between he did like Jack Reacher. I know Edge of Tomorrow was like in between that too, and that's a wicked movie. If you guys haven't seen it, it's
Edge of Tomorrow's good.
fantastic. Yeah, it was so good. But yeah, I think with Fallout, it was just like, this is what Mission Impossible's about. It's like, have you guys been living under a rock? Like, it's been so good for so long. And then that kind of picked him back up again.
Yeah, Fallout was 2018. I'm just looking up right now, and then Rogue
Yeah.
Nation was 2015. Wow, I didn't realize it was that long
It's a
ago.
gap, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it would have been, but yeah, those were reviewed highly as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this one goes. But yeah, I like that Evil Knievel comment. It's totally what it was. Now that
It's
I think
true.
of like that jump he did, it's exactly like looks like that, like marketed well like that. It's good.
He did that 6
Yeah.
times apparently. 6 takes they did.
Of course they did.
Stresses
I'm sure
me
he's
out,
done
that
it 10
guy.
times more after. So
I love how we spend like a good 5 minutes talking about Tom
Just
Cruise.
talking
yeah,
about
we
Tom
do.
Cruise.
He's
Yeah.
the man. I love it. He's so great. Stefan, what about you? Most anticipated?
I was actually gonna say Mission Impossible first.
I bet you
we
to
ended
it.
up doing the
Sorry.
full circle around. It's all good. I'm gonna say this is a personal choice, not what I think is gonna happen in terms of like making massive bank. But I'm really excited for the Blue Beetle movie. Just because I'm a fan of the character, and I think it'll be good for DC if they can get that character off the ground. But the what's happening with comic book movies this year is a whole conversation. It's a whole interesting circle. So yeah, but Blue Beetle is one of the movies that I'm looking forward to. I'm also looking forward to, again, not necessarily gonna make big bank, but Taika Waititi's coming out with another movie this year. So I'm interested to see how he follows up with the Thor backlash.
It's called Next Goal Wins, right? That one with
that's right. It's a soccer movie too, and
Yeah.
you don't really get too many sports movies, let alone soccer movies.
True.
So I'm interested to see what happens with that movie, and Michael Fassbender's in it. He's the coach, and it's supposed to take place. It's supposed to be the 2001 Olympics. Sorry, 2001 World Cup. And how do we recover from Australia's worst defeat in World Cup history? The last time they were in the World Cup, they lost 31-0.
What?
Wait, what?
I didn't even know that.
Wait, really?
They
real
buried
score?
that quick. Oh
yeah.
my god!
It was like in 2000. No, I think it was early 2000s. Yeah, something like that.
What?
And then 10 years later, they made the World Cup again. But the story is revolving around how do we fix our national team and get over this big defeat.
I have to look this up now.
That's insane.
That's
Sounds
wild.
insane.
We're
It
getting
sounds
a
like
movie. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm interested to see
Cool.
how he recovers. I always like looking at the recovery of an actor after they've had a bomb or something, right? Like,
what was the last movie he was in?
Taika?
No, Fassbender too. He's been like MIA
Fassbender.
for like a while since
he's had a couple. He did that one, like the Snowman movie.
That's the last one, actually.
Yeah, that weird horror movie.
Yeah.
He was like a snowman.
That was a January release too,
Yeah.
or November. It was one of those.
Hmm.
It was like a weird time. But yeah, I remember that. But Taika, he's a hit or miss. Because like, I don't know. I really liked Jojo Rabbit. I liked it a
Hmm.
lot. I really enjoyed Love and Thunder. People did not. I thought the humor in Love and Thunder was better than Ragnarok. Again, controversial opinion. I'm sorry. But I don't know. He's been teetering for me. So hopefully this one, maybe not a Marvel movie. I think that's what it has to be. It has to be
Hmm.
out of the Marvel
Yeah,
like
definitely.
universe. No offense to him. I'm just saying, like, I think that
Yeah.
he works better with original
Yeah.
ideas than working with a formula.
Yeah, because all of his movies that he made himself, I enjoy.
There's a difference. No studio meddling.
Jimmy, any other movies?
Oh, I got a bunch. There's so many I want to see. But the biggest one for me, on top of Oppenheimer, because I'm a big, Nolan guy, is the one that comes out just before my birthday, and that's John Wick Chapter 4.
Ooh.
Baba Yaga. He's gonna take over the high table or whatever, kill them all, whatever it takes to find his way to freedom. He's gonna shoot everyone in sight. So I can't wait to see what happens with that as well. Because I love John Wick. The first one's obviously amazing for me. 2 is
Yeah.
still good, and then 3 I felt like I didn't really enjoy as much. It was too like crazy and all over the place. But I hope this one brings it back and makes it really, and they do a really good job with it. I know we're gonna get killer fight scenes no matter what, killer
Yeah.
shootouts, and
That's the benefit.
yeah, as long as it's fun and digs into that, assassin community, hitman community, that'd be more fun. That was my favorite. That's why 2 I liked a lot too, because it really like dug deep into like what like that hitman world, which was cool. So
Yeah. I only watched the first one, which is
wow.
embarrassing. I know.
Nah,
I
that's
couldn't get
fine.
on board. I don't know why. I
The
just
first
couldn't
one's
get
really
on
good
board.
compared to the other ones. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm surprised they kept making them. No offense to Keanu, because he's just like the most precious person in the world, but it's like
course.
I didn't
They
think it
just
would
do so
be.
well.
That's why, yeah. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
overseas too, right?
yeah.
Globally, they just
Yeah.
clean up. So why wouldn't they? Yeah.
I'm happy about that though, because like it's an original character and
Mhm.
like it built a franchise around it instead of like these, Marvel and DC type of
Yeah.
superhero films making bank. Not against them. I'm just
No, of
saying
course.
it's
Mhm.
nice to see original characters do extremely well. So kudos to
Yeah.
them.
The story actually, it's pretty interesting concept too. Obviously, assassins aside, but all 3 movies take place in a relatively small time frame.
It's true.
Like part 1 and 2 are literally within minutes of each other. Like it takes place like 30 seconds after part 1.
Yeah.
Same thing with part 2 to 3. So, and I think the time jump, he only like travels a little bit in part 2.
Mhm. In
But
3,
otherwise, other than the
3 they
travel,
disjoint that a lot.
yeah,
And that's what kind of threw me for a loop. Like it was like too
2
weird.
weeks,
They kept
couple
like
weeks.
jumping. Like a lot of movies nowadays, I find like they do this kind of like cheap jump back and forth between locations. And to me, it kind of like disjoints it. There's a way to do it where it doesn't feel like weird. But sometimes I feel like they just do it just to like make it like this pretty new scenery and stuff like that. And I feel like that's what they were using in like 3, where it's like, oh, here's the desert now, and here's like this cool site. And it's like, come on, guys, like, I don't know. And then like you don't know how the timeline works, right? Like the first one, like you're saying, and the second one, it basically all flows like seamlessly together pretty well, aside from like a little couple things. But then the third one really like threw it off. So that's what kind of but I guess they're going a different way, right? So that's like the one setting up these new ones now, I guess. So I'm just trying to make a case for it. See, I'm for John Wick. So,
but yeah, there was definitely a more of a time jump in 3, but it was like it's there, it's visible, it's evident. What you said was like the location when it throws you off slightly because John Wick 1 and 2 were same location, not really. At least the location change wasn't crazy like when they went to Russia. But it's interesting to see where like if they're gonna continue it after this. Like I don't know. I have no idea after 4.
I feel like there's another one planned for some reason, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I read something I don't remember. But
if they make money, they'll make more.
That's
like if people, like that 100%.
They'll do a spin-off.
You got to do something.
There is
fresh.
Is there a spin-off?
Isn't there a spin-off? There's a prequel with Ana de Armas. Isn't she playing like a ballerina or something like that? Is that the same franchise?
I don't remember where.
I just heard that not too long ago, I think. Yeah, I think you're right.
She's filming it. I don't even watch the series, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I heard. Like it was a prequel.
Yeah.
Like it's called Ballerina. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
no, you're right. I remember reading about it. Yeah, before I didn't dig into it though.
It's the ballerinas in part 3, right, Jimmy?
Yeah, they show
That
like
school.
that school with that lady, and I
Yeah.
forget, there was like this whole like thing where like he's can't go back to them or something because like he was brought up, I guess, through that like system, some kind of system. I don't know, it's like crazy things. I never know what's going on. They just throw some Russians in there and some other whatever. Like,
It looks cool though. So
yeah, it looks cool. It does, yeah.
Amanda, any other ones?
yeah, I actually have a big one for me because I'm a massive Rocky fan.
Mhm.
Creed 3
Oh
has
yeah.
been at the top of my list like forever because I've been waiting for Mike because he directed it. And then I saw the trailer, I lost my mind. Like it just looks so good. And the fact that he directed it, it looks awesome. I think that if they're gonna end it with the third one, like I think this is the perfect thing. And to have Jonathan Majors come in and they're fighting each other, like it's just perfect casting. Majors gets to like show his chops. He's been fantastic. One of my favorite actors, like coming onto the scene right now. He's so strong. That's why like 2023 is the year of Jonathan Majors because he has a movie at Sundance called Magazine Dreams, and I think he plays a bodybuilder in that one.
I saw the picture. He's like basically naked in the picture.
Yeah, and it's
Oh.
like literally, yeah. Well, I
Yeah, he just
watched
has
it.
like a towel around his crotch
Yeah,
area, but like you
he
basically see
got
his ass.
got jacked, but it's supposed to be a
Diana's
really good
Googling it
story.
right now.
Do it. Do it
Of course she is.
he's a specimen, so it's always good to watch something with him. But yeah, he's Kang. He's gonna be Ant-Man Quantumania. Then he
Oh
has Creed
yeah.
3, like, and then he has Loki season 2, which I'm assuming Kang will be like a part of it somehow. But yeah, Creed 3 is big one, big one. I'm such a fan of boxing films and what they do within the ring, and I think that's why majority of the Rocky films, also like Raging Bull is one of my favorite movies from
Yeah, I
Scorsese.
love
So
Rachel.
I'm just really keen on what they do inside the ring to make it different. And the Creed films all did that with Coogler, and I think they did a great job. So Creed 3 is like top for me. I'm excited for the Super Mario Brothers movie. Okay.
Oh,
Animation from Illumination looks spectacular and
it does
on
look good.
point.
It does look good.
And
Yeah.
the trailer like sold me on Chris Pratt voicing Mario because the little woohoo at the end of it, I'm like, yes, we're good. So
He nailed one
I'm
of the things.
he did. I'm stoked. I think using like Super Mario Galaxy is going to be a really really smart move for them because they can open
Mhm.
up to the entire world, and they it looks like they really just did this for the fans. And I'm also very happy that they gave Peach a little backstory, something to do, and not just sit there. So I'm very happy about
Good.
that decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, and be rescued.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Mario has
yeah.
to get all these stars first. It's like so long, like way too long to wait. Need
It's
something to
true.
do. Yeah. Yeah, that one looks good. I can't wait to see it too.
Yeah.
Since I still think of like the original old Mario
Oh
movie.
God.
I don't even remember what it was like, but I remember watching when I was younger. And I'm like, this is like insane. And I was like a kid when I watched it. And I don't even remember what it was about, to be honest, like at all. But I just remember it was ridiculous. There's like two guys just in like plumber outfits, mustaches. And I was like, all right.
It worked.
Yeah. I gotta rewatch
They,
that,
they
see
need to
how
push
terrible it is.
the marketing around Bowser a little bit more
Yep.
because Jack Black's voice is amazing.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, he's really
Jack
good.
Black's great, yeah.
He's so underappreciated. I'm like, where did you go? Honestly, when he came back with Jumanji, I'm like, God bless. He was so good in that. We need more Jack Black in our lives. He's a legend.
Yeah, his
So,
performances are always great.
yeah.
Even if it's a terrible movie, I still like him in it. He's
Oh,
always
for sure.
ridiculous or over the top or just so comedic or whatever it
He's
is.
the best. Stefano, what about you? Have any other ones?
The next Spider-Man,
Yes.
Into the Spider-Verse movie.
Oh yeah.
That one is going to be insane. And
Yep.
the first one was overwhelmingly good. Just the
Agreed.
amount of Spider-Man in it and the animation is
Gorgeous.
uncomparable.
Yeah.
So to see what they're going to do with this one and the amount of Spider-Man that are going to be in it, it's definitely going to be good.
Yeah, that's Spider-Man one. You know me, I'm not a
Sure.
huge I'm not the big Marvel guy. You guys are the big Marvel ones. You guys hate me because I'm not a huge fan. But that Spider-Man movie, yeah, was it Into the Spider? First one's Into, this one's
Into the
Across.
Spider-Verse,
This
yeah.
one's
Into,
Across,
and this
right?
is
Yeah.
Across.
Across the
Yeah.
I wonder what
okay.
the third one. No, wait, this is
Into?
Across the Spider-Verse Part 1, isn't it?
Is it a part
Oh.
one?
Yeah, it's a Part 1.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
Milking it
that's
extra.
yeah.
But
Yeah, at this point, why not?
Everyone
but
does
whatever.
it.
As long as if it's still just as good, yeah. Like Into the Spider-Verse was, I think, one of my favorite Spider-Man movies I've ever watched, and it was just so like amazing. Yeah, visually stunning, like just like perfect. When I watched it, I was blown away.
I remember reading an article about the behind the scenes and the amount of man hours it took to make that
Yeah.
movie. It was in the thousands of hours to animate, and the amount of people required were like hundreds of animators, which is insane to
Mhm.
put this thing together. Now they obviously have some sort of formula. They were able to do it. You know, it still took a few years to put it together, but
Yeah.
because they have already that formula already created, it'll be easy to plug in the new designs.
I honestly, I have been a fan of Sony for a very long time. I know they've had some blunders, or the people don't like the Venom films, or they don't understand the villain era for the Spider-Man villains that are coming out, and I get that, but they're going against the grain. They're taking risks and they're doing something different, and I honestly like respect that. Even Uncharted coming out this year, and this year in 2022, and like The Woman King, like these are gambles, and no, I'm looking forward to all their stuff. Like even Kraven the Hunter, which I shouldn't be looking forward to, but I am. I know it's not. It may do well at the box office. Who knows? But like I'm excited for that too.
Aaron Taylor Johnson might propel that movie, just with the marketing that he's been getting. Even most recently, him getting. I don't know. It's a rumor still, but he may be Bond. So
I think
if
it's
that
all
continues to
yes.
play out, it could help with the marketing
Really?
of the movie.
I think he's gonna get it.
I feel like it's
Ah.
all BS. I feel like it won't be him at all. I feel like it's just a good marketing ploy for something. I don't know what it is, but
I feel like they may be like testing.
because
They'll
like
throw in names every couple months, and they're like,
yeah,
yeah,
And let's see
that's
how
true.
people react to it.
it's been like hot the last few months, like just like guessing who it was, and like oh like this person's leading the betting odds to play like Bond, and it's like okay, like it's been like so much in the media. I feel like it's all just like fake, even though it's probably so real. But yeah, I don't know. And it's all I feel like it's always someone like they always pick someone that nobody thinks they're gonna pick, right? Like
Yeah, that's true.
like Daniel Craig was kind of really unexpected.
He
And actually
was
got
left
so much
field.
he got so much hate at the time. But if you
Because
go
he was
back and you watch
Bond.
like Layer Cake, and then you realize this guy was Bond the entire time. Like I remember watching
Yeah.
Layer Cake. I only watched it a few years ago, and then I was like, I could see why this guy immediately got Bond right after. It's like he's made to be Bond from that. So I think that's probably what helped. But
Yeah.
I feel like that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be someone unknown or like lesser known, maybe known like in the like British film community or so whatever.
He's been flying under the radar
He's
though.
been in like a lot of stuff
Yeah.
and superhero stuff and this and that.
They killed him off.
Yeah, there's also that.
It was so stupid. Anyway, sorry. I will never forgive them for Age of Ultron. Like ever forgive them for Age of Ultron, but that's a totally different story.
That's Joss Whedon's need to kill at least one person off.
Extra drama, right? Free drama.
I can't deal with it.
What movies do you think are going to bomb this year?
I have 4 that I can think of.
4?
Yeah. And I don't want to say it, but
There's one
I
I
do
of
think
right now.
you go first.
No,
'cause
no,
I have
no,
a,
no. Go start out.
So I have
one's mine for sure. 100%.
I'm gonna
one
like
mine's in there.
rapid fire. I think Transformers Rise of the Beast is just gonna go all the way down. Like it's not gonna make the bank that they think they're gonna make. I think Dungeons and Dragons is also gonna fall.
That's for sure flopping. Yeah.
I don't know, unless like the community's like supporting it. I don't know, but I don't think that it's adapted properly enough for the community to be like, yay, Dungeons and Dragons. I haven't heard one person say that.
But that's like saying a Warcraft movie was gonna, like they had a Warcraft movie, right?
Yeah.
And like it didn't do
Yeah.
well. So like
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be some kind
Yeah.
of I know it's obviously different game, but like it's still the same
Yeah.
like smaller niche. Unless there's a huge Stranger
Yeah.
Things resurgence with D&D. Like that's the only
It's-
way I could see this.
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, that's the only possibility. And like I feel bad for Chris Pine because it just hasn't been looking good for him with these
Yeah.
projects, but that's just him. And then I have The Flash and Shazam. because of circumstances. And I love DC, but I don't know how
Oh.
well they're both going to do. I love Shazam. Like, my Shazamly is everything to me, and Fury of the Gods looks great, but I don't know if people are going to be drawn to those two films anymore, especially with what's happening with Ezra for The Flash. I don't know. And if it makes any sense in context of the entire universe after this year. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but those are my picks.
DC's marketing strategy right now is a really interesting one, because Marvel's strategy has been every couple of days release something Marvel. It's either a poster, a trailer, this actor is cast as this character. And the opposite has been happening with DC, where every single day it's something negative. It's this actor's canned, this movie's canceled, this thing is no longer happening. New this, new that, new overhaul of everything. So the news has just been crazy. And with The Rock doing his thing with Black Adam, like he's like kiboshing Shazam.
Yep.
Pretty much.
I can't believe it took 15 years to make that movie. And it's just, he won and then he lost at the exact same time. And it was just, but at what cost? Like, you guys did not make the bank that you needed. You're not getting a sequel. You're not getting the Superman film that you wanted. Like, you waited and put so much like money and time into Black Adam for one film. Like, it's not a universe that you built. It's like one movie that wasn't even up to par with what you like promised that you would deliver. And it's like, it's a lot of like blowing smoke up his own, you know what I mean? Not that I want to be crude that way, but it's the fact that like, that's what he did. And then DC paid for it. So I don't know.
Basically.
The one thing that I hated, like I absolutely hated, was that they did Henry Cavill dirty. That is the one thing. It's like, if you weren't going to bring him back and sign him and this and that, there was no point of doing that whole back and forth. And like, it just left a really bad taste in my mouth for Henry. It just sucked.
Definitely the Henry Cavill stuff was not handled correctly at all. Not handled well at all. And even just like a couple days ago, we're getting like updates that I don't even know where this stuff is coming from, but like Variety posted it. And Variety posted that, apparently the WB execs are talking about potentially keeping Ezra Miller. And like, what are you guys doing?
Of all people,
just
we're keeping Ezra.
Cancel the movie.
Cancel everything.
Just get rid of this guy.
I can't believe how chaotic it is.
I can't. I would scrap Barry Allen entirely at this point and just bring in Wally West or like Jay Garrick and change this stuff up, because Barry's been tainted. Like Grant Gustin's like ending his run. You know, I'm highly doubt they're gonna bring him like over to the movies because he's tired. 10 years, like on the CW, the poor guy's been making mad money, but like, damn, honestly,
they're over it. They wanted to end a long time ago.
Yeah, they did. I remember Candice Patton saying that. She's like, I'm tired. Really, you want more seasons?
No,
so
they're done.
Yeah,
they are done.
I have a movie that I'm curious if you think it's gonna clean up or flop.
Yeah.
Which?
I feel like it's going to clean up. It's got the big brand, but I don't know if it's as popular as it used to be. But the new Indiana Jones movie is coming out this year.
Ooh,
that's right.
Because the last one was awful, right? Like that, like pretty bad.
I didn't mind it.
It was, it does its job for those kind of movies. It's like it's like the Uncharted movie, basically.
Yeah.
Not as good, maybe. Uncharted.
This one's called The Dial of Destiny.
Dial of Destiny, yeah. James Mangold's the director. So he did Logan, Ford vs Ferrari. Two good ones.
That's my hope there. He has a good track record.
Walk the Line. Okay. Good.
It's
a
vibe. It's a vibe.
Yeah, I can rock with that. So
when's it coming out?
That's coming out June, I believe. Let me just double check.
That's a possibility. It's the end of June, because I know Spider-Verse is before
June 30th, 2023.
Yeah, it's the end of it.
So
that
it's
makes
like
sense.
the weekend.
So John Wick's May, Indiana Jones is June.
It's like the weekend after The Flash.
Yeah, so the Flash will not make bank, and Indy's gonna swoop in, legit.
Smart.
Not that I'm not wishing anything bad against DC, guys. I'm sorry, but like,
it's not looking good. Yeah.
Then 2 weeks after that is Mission Impossible.
Yeah, so they have 2 weeks, Disney, to kind of
2 weeks to make money.
Haul it in.
Oh yeah.
Because then MI is gonna just clean up house,
steal everything
for months and months and months, just like Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah,
they'll do it.
It's insane.
I don't know that
Top
feeling.
Gun's still going.
I love it. I'm gonna watch it again tomorrow.
Oh, there's so many movies I completely forgot about were coming out this year.
Yeah.
Fast X. Ugh.
Yeah, Fast X is another one, which is going to be
God.
hilarious to watch.
I
be
don't
so
even know
funny.
what can they do at this point. I don't even,
They're gonna
go
fast
into the
10 their seatbelts.
Yeah.
Sorry.
they're gonna go
That
into the
was-
multiverse. That's what's gonna
They
happen. They're
will.
gonna somehow Paul Walker's coming back. I don't know how.
No, they brought his brother. His brother.
They
is,
already
like,
used him in the
yeah,
previous.
doing his
Such a
facial
bad
recognition.
decision. I don't get why, but
Yeah.
I don't know. And even in like the Fast 9, I do not like the Fast and Furious movies. I'm gonna be
can't
honest with
stand
you.
them.
I didn't.
Can't stand
Fast 7 was good.
Yeah. Then after that, 8, 9 were just
Just
over the top.
yeah,
insanity.
and no story, like nothing
Zero
engaging.
story.
And they brought Brian, like they implied that Brian was driving the car
Yeah.
in the
they used his
9th one. I'm
brother.
like,
I didn't
what
even
are you
see
guys
it.
Yeah.
doing?
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah. They're the way they left off in 7 is that Brian just drove away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
Right.
it's
So
like,
he's still out there.
Oh my
like,
god.
we know that that's not true. I think I understand they wanted to honor him, but at the same time, like you're not doing the character justice by keeping
No.
him alive in the story either.
Yeah.
And you could have had that strong emotional moment, you know, but also I respected that you didn't want to kill him off and like write that in. It's a twofold.
But don't bring him back.
Don't bring him back.
Yeah.
The way it was
Yeah.
ended was like that was, I don't know, that was good. Like the little
Yeah.
parting ways. Still gets me. Still just thinking about it, I'm gonna start crying. But yeah, good scene.
I was a fan of Fast and the Furious series, like up until like basically 6, 7, but like that's still too many.
I don't know how it keeps
That's,
going.
that's still too many. It's any
Yeah.
series.
I think after 2 it was just a nightmare for me. And then
Yeah.
5 was okay. 7's okay, yeah. And then I didn't even watch. I don't think I watched 8 and 9.
Comes back after a while, you
With
know,
a brand new
takes
cast.
a brand new idea,
what it should do,
fresh
yeah.
take. Like for example, like Scream
Yeah.
coming back and it not taking place in
Yeah.
Woodsboro, finally it taking place in another city, right? So like
Yes.
it's going to be in New York. That's going to be a completely different type of
Mhm.
scene.
I'm excited.
That should be, you know, that's going to be a little bit of a change for the fresh take for the series, and that's what unfortunately the Fast and the Furious series needed. They did that in 4, but now it's been riding since, and it hasn't stopped. Is anyone looking forward to some horror? And I'm looking at Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, or
Oh
Bear,
yeah.
Cocaine
Oh,
Bear.
Cocaine Bear. Is that
Cocaine
even a
Bear,
horror?
I'm
That's gonna be a
It's not even a horror. It's
comedy.
like a thriller.
That's
It's
gonna be a
Oh,
comedy for me.
I
I love
laugh
it.
every time that freaking trailer comes on because it's a bear doing cocaine, and it's literally
insane.
just that. And
Yeah.
the
it's awesome.
marketing, the social media marketing around Cocaine Bear is making me die, because it's just
Yeah.
like this. It's just a cocaine splash around, like powder splashing around the bear.
It's so good.
Comes up on a story on like a sponsored
Yeah.
ad.
It looks
That's
fantastic.
good marketing though. I
Yeah.
gotta give
I'm
him credit
excited
there.
for that.
Yeah.
It's directed by Elizabeth Banks too.
Yeah, good. Honestly, I'm happy she's back because I think she got so
Yeah.
much shit for Charlie's
did.
Angels that she just.
she did.
I'm gonna go into hiding now, which sucks. That was a good movie.
I didn't
liked
mind it.
It was okay.
good.
I thought it was
Yeah,
okay.
Dan and I
Yeah.
we went to go watch it.
Yeah, it's not the best.
I only
but,
had
like,
one issue with that movie, and I still remember it. It was like everything was really time sensitive, but they had plenty of time for about 20 wardrobe changes. They were like, "Oh no, we have no time. There's only an hour to save the world," and it's like, well, let me just go get the.
They had to look fashionable. Come on.
I know, but I could. You have to put the time constraint.
I
in
know.
there.
How are movies still using the older British man is the villain
Oh yeah.
in movies? Because as soon as Patrick Stewart came on screen, I'm like, I love Patrick
Right, like-
Stewart, but he's the only British guy in this movie, so he's got to be the villain.
He has to be. Yeah.
So
I can't believe him as a villain though. It's
that's
Patrick
why they
Stewart.
That's why they did it.
tried throwing us for a loop.
Like,
But
it's like, nah, we knew. We knew.
I forgot about
I-
that too. Wow.
I watched the Evil Dead Rise trailer yesterday. Holy bananas. Am I excited for that movie now? I'm not like, I've watched The Evil Dead for the first time, I think 2 years ago. I was sold. It was so good. I still have to watch the remake from 2013, but that trailer for Evil Dead Rise, I was scared watching it. Honestly, the kills look freaking graphic and brutal. And I'm like, this is horror. Because I watched Megan the other night and I'm like, this is a PG-13 horror. And I'm laughing. There's no like it bothered me. So I'm ready for like some brutal kills and make it graphic and scary. So Evil Dead Rise, I'm excited for. Really
Nice.
am.
That comes out in the summer, right?
Yeah, April,
Oh, April. Oh, okay,
which
okay.
is a weird time too, because Renfield too,
April,
which
yeah.
just dropped. I don't know if you guys watched the trailer for Renfield yesterday. Nicolas Cage plays the nasty little vampire.
Oh,
Nicholas Holt's in it.
Yeah.
So
There's a
it
flop.
was
There's a
good.
flop coming.
No,
It's
Renfield.
gonna make $3 million, and it's
It
all gonna
probably
be
will.
somewhere overseas that loves Nicolas Cage.
And Nicolas Cage has a
sucks.
movie that came out today.
I know. I didn't even know. I just saw it like an hour
What?
ago, and I was like,
What's it called? I didn't know.
The Old Way.
yeah.
It's by
It's a
Saban.
Western? Yeah,
It's a Western. It's by
Western, yeah.
Saban Films.
Is that Butcher's Crossing, but they renamed it?
No, I thought that's what it was. I looked at it, I'm like, this is Butcher's Crossing, isn't it? But it was like, I was like, this other character's not the guys in the movie. So I'm like, this
Yeah,
is...
no, it does
Damn.
not look like Butcher's Crossing.
Did you Butcher's Crossing? What a movie!
You watched that, you
eh?
didn't watch
Oh
it.
yeah, easily the best of Tiff. I don't know.
Wait, it hasn't been released yet? Butcher's Crossing hasn't been
think
released yet?
I don't think it's going to be.
I don't think it's
released.
going to. That's just straight.
Why?
to
It's one of
DVD.
those movies
you
where you
mean?
watch a TIFF and you're like, "That's never."
And then you
coming
can't
up.
find it? That
Yeah.
happens? I didn't know that happened.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it got a release
What the
date though. I feel like I saw something. Maybe
Or
not,
it came
though.
out already
Maybe
and
they
it just
dropped it.
made no noise. It's one of those two.
That is so
Yeah, it
weird.
could be.
Because like there's even like some TIFF movies that are still coming out in like like this year. Like
Yeah.
Alice Darling is coming out in like March. Who is not picking up these festival films?
A lot of people, like, if they don't vibe with it or there's
Yeah.
no buzz, they're not going to pick up. And that's what
what
sucks
happens,
with
yeah.
like distribution at these festivals.
Mhm. It has to
That's
get a nice
interesting.
following,
Yeah.
or a lot of hype,
So
or
no
a
one
lot of
picked it
media
up.
presence. Yeah, Butcher's Crossing, like there's
Non-existent. You're one of the only people on the planet to watch it.
yeah. Let's go. I'll always say it's a great movie then, because it'll keep people interested. But it was like, it's like one of those movies, like I've seen worse movies, like for sure. It's just something you could like put on, like, if it was on Netflix and like somebody wanted to watch some like, guys shooting endless amounts of buffalo, then that would be, oh yeah, the amount of buffalo that go down.
That's
in
so
that movie,
engaging.
it's ridiculous, yeah. And there's some parts that don't even look good. Like it looks, I don't even know how to say it, but it just looks like bad. Doesn't even look like it's set up
man.
well. But
Yeah.
but yeah, it had a good message at the end. That's
good.
that was
What was the
Ended on a
message?
good note.
I'm spoiling it now. You're gonna watch, but no wait, you'll never watch Butcher's Crossing because I never see it again. Basically, it was just talking about like how like whatever humans are like destroying the planet and like how they completely like decimated the bison population, buffalo or bison or what is it? Buffalo, bison? I don't even remember. Whatever, bison, I think. And
Bison?
yeah, I forget. I don't even remember.
You don't hear people say bison a lot.
No, not really.
We just talk about one buffalo at a time.
Yeah.
Buffalo. There's a sentence. It's like 26 buffaloes in a row, and it technically counts as a sentence, apparently. Someone was telling me that, but I think they were from Buffalo, so I can't know if I can trust them.
There's a play on words. It's a joke. Oh man, I forgot about two, and they're both Timothée Chalamet movies.
Oh,
and
Wonka.
I forgot Wonka and Dune Part 2. Good job, guys. Hey, don't raspberry to who? To what? Dune Part 2?
No, Dune. I wouldn't touch
To
Dune.
Wonka?
Wonka, yeah.
Why are
Wonka's-
you doing that to Wonka?
I don't know. Wonka's. I don't know. I
It's
can't
a
watch
prequel.
Wonka's after the.
Who's coming out with Wonka? Who's making Wonka?
I think it's
Uh,
Warner Brothers.
Is it?
It could be Universal. I'm not 100%. I think it's. I don't know.
Warner Bros.
Yeah, it is Warner Brothers.
Directed by Paul King. I don't know. I can't see
Yeah.
that doing very well.
It's a musical.
Christmas movie.
Oh, that's even worse.
It's a musical. He sings and dances. It's gonna be great. I didn't know he could sing, but
It'll do well because it's coming out in December and its only competition is Aquaman,
that will not hit $1 billion this
which
time.
will not make
No.
some money.
No, no one's
That
gonna
whole
hit $1 billion.
that whole studio
Yeah.
has just blown up everything.
Yeah. So Wonka will do well. It's gonna be the only Christmas movie, basically.
It'll be so cute.
I feel like I could never watch Wonka outside of like Gene Wilder. Like I just can't.
Well, you're gonna have to
No, I can't.
get used to it. It'll be fine. Just
Stefano,
watch
you can
it.
watch that one. No, I'll try. I
You
can
have
only
to
take-
now.
I can only take Dune for Timothée Chalamet.
Dune's coming
Yay.
out a couple months before that, right? Like in October.
November.
I
November?
think,
Yeah. It's the same release date as the first one, I think,
Yeah.
like around that time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward
think-
to that though, for sure.
Yeah, I'm really excited. And then they have one left. They have to make Dune Messiah. So
Mhm.
I read both books, so I'm really happy that they're gonna do like 3 movies based on that.
Aren't
It
there
gets
like
intense.
aren't there six books or
There's
5
a bunch
books?
of them, yeah.
I think there's 6, and Denis said that he thinks that making Dune Messiah is really important for the development of Paul Atreides. So I think that he's just gonna end there, which makes sense because
Okay,
it's
yeah.
technically like it's a really thin book in
Mhm.
between the rest of them. So I think that it would make more sense to end off on Messiah, and it gets insane. Like you'll think that part 2 is insane, but then Messiah is like 10 times worse. So I'm really selling it. Go watch Dune 2, everybody. Please. Please. Make that bank.
In
Please.
November.
Yeah.
For Denis.
A buddy
Denis Villeneuve.
of ours read all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
have one of his copies here.
does he have one? He has one.
I
here?
have Paul's right beside
Oh, you
me.
have Paul's. Oh,
Yeah.
I was
Oh, you
talking
have
Lito.
Carlos.
Lito read it
Oh.
too. Yeah. And I was with him while he was reading the last book, and when I asked him like, "How's that book?" because he was telling me about all of them, and so I know a
Yeah.
bunch of things that happen throughout the books because he just talked about them. And when I
Yeah.
asked him about how's the 6th book, he's just like, "Man, this is insane." He's like, "It takes place like 5,000 years in the future."
Oh my God.
And someone like turns into like this worm, and it's insane. He's just like it's ridiculous.
Oh, that's what it gets to? My God. Okay.
Yeah. He's
Maybe I
like,
should
it's
keep reading.
absolutely crazy.
That series is nuts. I don't know how he came up with this world.
Ooh, what's Sting's movie coming out this year?
Which?
Snyder.
Ooh, Rebel Moon.
Rebel Moon.
That's streaming. Yeah,
Oh.
it's Netflix. Yeah, that'll be good.
Oh, is it?
Rebel Moon is gonna be like, because we're talking about Dune. It's sci-fi.
Yeah.
Fantasy. Yeah, high fantasy sci-fi.
Yeah, it's gonna be really good. He keeps dropping like little
Little hints.
pictures and hints and little videos behind the scenes, and it looks awesome. So I'm excited for him. I'm really happy that he was able to move forward and found a home at Netflix. He's gonna like respect his creativity.
Yeah, and give him some freedom. Let him let him
Yeah.
do whatever he wants. They know that
Yeah.
they know that he has a following, and Netflix is basically just all about
Smart.
that right now.
Yeah.
How do we
That's
grab
really
more
good.
people onto our platform?
So many restore the Snyderverse hashtags. So many.
I was a part of that for a little while, and we got it. So I'm very happy.
But that reminded me of another movie, Killers of
Yeah.
the Flower Moon.
Oh my God, that's right.
Forgot about that. Thing has zero hype.
To be
Zero
fair,
hype,
they
zero
moved
hype.
that thing like 3
Oh, that's
times. So
true.
I don't even know if there's a release date or even if it is coming out this year. So I have
It could
no
be
clue.
a lie. Yeah.
I feel like it's a November release because that's the last thing I saw for Apple TV. And it's funny because the only reason I even got Apple TV was because I knew this movie was coming out like 3 years ago. Still not out. So I don't know. It's a dream of mine at this point, but
I know.
I hope it comes out this year. I would love to see another like Leo De Niro Scorsese run at the Oscars, and it would be great.
It says May 2023, but that doesn't seem.
That does not sound
That does
right.
not
That's
seem. I
way
feel like I
too
just
early
saw
now.
news recently saying that something happened in the.
I think they're moving it
No.
again because De Niro was out for a while. He got injured on set.
Yeah.
It was his leg or something, and then they had to postpone a lot of stuff. So I did. Yeah, you're right about May because they said that they were going to do Cannes instead of like the other film festival
Oh.
circuit. So it's a possibility. Yeah,
That's a good point. Yeah.
I want it to be November because
Jesse
TIFF,
Plemons.
but-
Yeah.
Yes, I'm so excited for Jesse Plemons. He's another
Yeah.
one who's like so underrated, and he's had a pretty strong career. I think the next show we should do is Oscar predictions because that's going to be
Ooh,
fun as hell.
Yes.
When are the Oscar
Noms?
noms being?
Oh, yeah, the noms. I
full
think it's
list?
the 23rd or the 24th of January.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's coming up, which is
Yeah, then-
wild.
Are they
News
keeping the
month, yeah.
date the same again? That extended date that they had from last year?
I think it's in March this
Yeah,
time, not
that's-
April.
Yeah.
Or was April was the extended, which made me sweat, and it was
Yeah.
just the longest award season I've ever had in my life. It was so stressful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's in March this year.
Jimmy, you just watched The Whale. How was it?
I did finally. I know, slacking over here. I finally watched The Whale. Yeah, it was good. I liked it. It was just like I thought it was just like an acting masterclass for Brendan Fraser,
It
and
was really good.
he was just like incredible, and just like this whole like whatever existence and like how he lived, and it really just felt like real, and like you can
Yeah.
connect like with the character, even if like you're like I'm not like this person at all, but you can pick up on like a few things. You're like, you know what, like you see a little bit of yourself somewhere in him, and yeah, it was really crazy, and just
He
like
was
some of the
great.
scenes are wild. Like when he was going to town like on food or whatever,
Oh.
like out of a hate or rage or frustration
I
or whatever.
know.
It's so good. Like I couldn't believe like
I was
Yeah.
getting
how well
I was
done it
getting
was.
so much anxiety watching that scene.
Yeah, yeah. When he's like,
He just
Same.
kept
"Grrr,"
hammering chips, and
he's like crushing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he made
Stressed
this
me
chip
out.
sandwich.
that was insane. That scene. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it really stressed me out, that one.
Love a good acting performance. So, and I watched Tar the other day too. A couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Tar's good.
Tar. Do I even say it like that? Tar with that accent. I don't know how to say
Lydia
it.
Tar. Tar. Is it Tar? Tar.
Tar.
Tar. Who knows?
Doesn't matter.
She was great. She's always
She was
good. if you
good.
watch it.
Yeah, she was good. I thought that movie was too long, to be honest, though.
Oh, totally. I
Way
completely
too
agree.
long.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I felt like it got 2 hours to get me anywhere. I'm like, come on, guys.
I know.
I
I know.
So like, it was okay because of that. Anytime it does that, I always take a lower opinion on it. But it's like still a fantastically made movie, and the characters are good, and like there's a lot of like little subtle pieces that were throughout the movie which were good.
Yeah. Did you watch Elvis yet?
No, I didn't watch that.
Oh,
I've heard
no.
mixed
No, I watched
everything.
Elvis.
Some people love it, some people hate it. I don't know what to do. So I got to watch it at some point.
That was
Austin
good. That was good.
Butler.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elvis is good. Austin Butler is gonna come for Brendan Fraser. That's all I'm saying.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I have to watch it. I have
That's
to
how I
compare.
get you to watch it. Yeah, you
This
have to
is how I do
compare.
it.
Yeah, he was
I have to
good.
watch them close to each other too. So.
Yeah. I mean, I watched Elvis twice, and the second time I watched it, I'm like, you know what? I didn't feel the runtime as much the second time, and I was
Okay.
like, this is actually a really good movie, and I appreciated a lot more what he did with it.
Isn't there like a crazy stat about biopics being like best actor winners like
Yeah, I
a
mean,
certain percentage of the time?
yesterday, last year, 2 years ago. Geez, 2021.
Yeah.
The 2020 Will Smith won, right? So for King Richard, and Jessica Chastain won for Tammy Faye. So
Mhm.
shoe in.
It's a very high percentage chance
Oh,
to
yeah.
favor it. Yeah.
It's constant.
I hope somebody else wins it though. Just like a random one
Yeah.
that I don't even like. I didn't think of something like that. That's always
Yeah.
my favorite when that happens.
Yeah, same. He has a pretty good campaign though, Brendan Fraser. It's like the comeback kid
Yeah,
type of
exactly.
situation.
Hollywood
so
loves a good comeback. That's for sure.
they
So,
do for a likable movie, and
Yes.
The Whale.
and a likable guy.
Yeah, that's
They
the
could
thing.
they could use some good positive news on their end.
Well, yeah.
And press. So they can suck up all that good press from Brendan Fraser, that gentleman. Thank you for listening to the First Reviews podcast with Stefano, James, and Amanda. Be sure to give us a follow at Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube at First Reviews. That's 1ST Reviews. And if you want to give us a follow on Twitter, that's at First Film Reviews. Thanks again.